Nick here. Welcome to day 38 of the Starting a Software Company in 100 Days project. Just wanted to give you a little update today on the status of building out Playbook, specifically the MVP portion of the project. And so here we're looking at the Basecamp hill chart where we're tracking our to-dos and our lists of to-dos. As you can see, have done no work on the marketing site. I've started to do a little work on looking into privacy policy, specifically in regards to GDPR, but very little work has been done there. Marketing has been relatively stagnant. And then I think we're just kind of getting right to the top, a little bit over the top of the hill on our web app build. We've got enough done where we can start to really define the final scope. And so if you watched video maybe 33 or 32, I talked about how we wanted to get to the point where our process builder, where you take different tasks, you can add decision components, and you can add custom fields and different forms to each task. We've got the initial version of that done. And so now we're working on the dashboard screen where you can see lists of processes that are assigned to you or the company as a whole. And then you can open up a process and see a task and complete the task as if it's assigned to you. So that's really what we're working on now. There's a lot of little micro interactions there, but then we can move on to the team page, permissions. We need to have different levels of user permissions on what type of processes and checklists and tasks they can see. But for now, we got one of the major pieces of UI built on both the front end and the database, and that is the process builder, which kind of looks like a tree as you're adding processes and decisions, or tasks and decisions. So a couple other things that I did here today. Now I'm going to update the hill chart here. So I set up Heroku. We're going to move the web app slightly over the hill. And the design is almost done, but I'm just going to leave it slightly open because we're probably going to have to go back and refine some of the pieces of UI. And then, have started to look at the GDPR stuff for our overall just privacy policy and things like cookies and that annoying pop-up you see everywhere. Just making sure that we're GDPR compliant in how we handle all of our data. Obviously, that is of growing importance. So I'm going to save this update. Then I'm going to go back into the hill chart. If I look here, you can track it over time. So if we go back to the end of June, really early July, we can see the different tasks start to climb the hill and climb over the hill. And there's a noticeable gap here when we were running our course promotion, what we're going to use to fund the project, which was exciting last week. That generated over $40,000 of revenue, which should cover most of the expenses of this project. And so here we are today. Everything has kind of been started. I'm going to pick a bootstrap theme to build off of for the marketing site. So I'll just go ahead and actually move that because that is the game plan, is to use actually I have to go back and click update, not view the chronological history. So we're making good progress. I have a feeling we're going to run into more than a few weeks of iterative improvements on the web app before we're comfortable releasing it. And so now that it's day 38, we're kind of running out on time. So it's going to be kind of down to crunch time. We still have a good 2 months to work on the project, but if we want to spend a month iterating on both the UI, the functionality, the database schema, we're going to have to get a lot done here in the next month. So with that, that's day 38 of building a software company, starting a software company in 100 days on our Playbook process management tool. So appreciate you following along and would love to have you, like the video, subscribe, and continue to follow our journey. And hopefully, we can add value to you as well. And if you put a comment below, I will reply to any and all comments with feedback, answering questions. So yeah, hope everybody had a great day. It's later in the evening here after a long day, so just wanted to touch base and give you an update of where we're at. So have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you soon.